What's up, guys? Your Walk by Pantera tutorial starts right now. Here's the first riff. We're going to start with the open E string. Then we're going to go to the first fret, bend, half step, and release. To the open E string again. So that happens repeatedly at the intro of this song, and it sounds like this slowly. And you just repeat that over and over again, and a little quicker than that, of course. Now there is one thing to this I want to add, and that is that we're going to do one open E before starting that pattern at the beginning of the song. So it'll go like this. Okay, let me show you that with the backtrack. Okay, now you'll notice at the end of that riff I slid up to the 17th fret. At the end of the 7th time, you'll slide into the 17th fret on the top string. And that's from down low, so if we're down like this here, okay, just slide up and grab the 17th fret there, and it's a quarter note. Then we'll repeat that riff several times from there. Now, the next thing that happens is we're going to start to add power chords into this riff. And the first one that we do is on the A string at the 3rd fret. Okay, so that's the 3rd fret on the A string and the 5th fret on the D string. And we'll do the little riff right before that, which is this. And you do an open E before hitting the power chord. So slowly that measure looks like this. Okay, now you do the same thing again, but the power chord changes at the end. We're going to go to the 1st fret on the A string and the 3rd fret on the D string at the end of this one. That measure looks like this. Okay, now one more time, we're going to do the same riff with the bend, but a different chord at the end. And this time it's going to be the 1st fret on the A string and the 1st fret on the D string, which I'll bar with one finger. And that measure looks like this. Okay, listen to this section with the track. Okay, now I'm going to show you the riff that I just played at the end of that section. That's going to be 3 open E's, palm muted. Then you're going to go to the 1st fret power chord on the top string. That's the 1st fret on the top and 3rd fret on the A string. And you'll hit that once. And then you'll go to the open E again with a palm mute. Then to the 3rd fret power chord, which is 3rd fret and 5th fret on the A string. To the open E again, palm muted. To the 4th fret power chord, which is 4th fret and 6th fret on the A string. Open E again. To the 3rd fret power chord once again. To the open E again. To the 1st fret power chord. So slowly that measure looks like this. Let's hear that with the track. Okay, and so we're back into the verse riff, the intro riff, which you've already learned at the beginning of this tutorial. Okay, there's an additional element to this verse now. We're going to do the same riff as the intro, which you already learned, which is this riff here. Okay, but at the end of that 4th time, we're going to add this. We're going to do the open E on the top string to the 1st fret on the A string and a D string, which we've done in the previous riff as well, but here's that chord again. To the open E string palm muted again, and to that same chord again there. So slowly that little lick is this. And one more time. So that whole measure sounds like this. Let's hear that with the track. I'm going to show you the chord sequence that I just ended with that. Here's the open A string on this, the open D string, and we'll hold the 2nd fret down on the 3rd string. And pick those 3 strings. That's the 3rd string, the 4th string, and the 5th string with the pick there. Then we're going to go to a B flat 5 power chord here, which is the 1st fret on the A string or the 5th string, and the 3rd fret on the 4th string, and the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. Okay, and you're going to pick those 3 strings. For that's a B flat 5 power chord. Then we're going to go to B5 power chord here, which is 2, 4, and 4 on the 5th string, 4th string, and 3rd string. Okay, so that whole lick looks like this. All right, let's hear that with the track. Okay, there's that whole riff there. You can see where I went with that. All you needed was the main lick and the power chords that we just added. So that got me through that whole sequence there. At the end of that sequence, however, I did add 3 chords in the walk down. After I hit this chord here, and that one, that was normal part of the riff. Then we went to the 3rd fret on the top string, this power chord here. Then to the 2nd fret on the top string, power chord. For the 1st fret on the top string. And forgive me, this guitar is slightly out of tune. I just did this drop tuning pretty quickly on it, so it's not in perfect pitch. Alright, so next. Okay, you've learned all the riffs up to this point except for the outro. I'm not going to teach the guitar solo in this lesson, so let's move right on to the outro riff. And that riff consists of 3 open E's on the top string, palm muted. Alright, and then you're going to grab the 1st fret on the top string and the 2nd fret on the 5th string. And we're going to pick those at the same time, but you're going to slightly bend the middle finger string, a 1/4 bend. Okay, and it's real quick, so we're going to go right into an E5 after doing that. Okay, so here's that lick slowly. 3 open E's. Then this chord I just showed you here, which is the 1st fret, 2nd fret with the little bend. To an E5 power chord, which is the top string and the 2nd fret on the 5th string. Okay, so slowly that whole measure is, that riff is done twice in the measure, and here's that whole measure now. Okay, and so that repeats all the way throughout the ending here. Let's hear that with the track. Alright, sweet. You get the idea. Pretty rockin' riff at the end of that tune. Okay, so those are all the riffs for this Walk Pantera tutorial. I did not do the guitar solo. Perhaps I'll do that in a future lesson. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell at the bottom. Leave any comments if you'd like to request a song for a future tutorial. Thanks for watching. See you next time.